have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream. It's finally time for us to go ahead and take a look at these filters after a considerable amount of time. I think our date is how many? What's the date?
September 1st, we were going to change them.
So September 1st, and it is August 25th.
So we're about 6 days.
Yeah, we're about 6 days early. I think we could have went longer, maybe. I mean, looking at this initial filter, I mean, it's dirty. Obviously, it's not white anymore. But again, we weren't having any problems. And how many months has it been?
Not quite 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah, not quite 3 months.
I think we could have gone longer, but we just decided to change them. That's what we do. So I wanted to show you what it was like. They give you this tool. You just put it in these little things here. You loosen them, and then you can see it's a collared thing. See how it's kind of two-piece there? So you have this piece here, of course, pretty simple. And then this is the seal that it goes up against and makes a positive connection there so it doesn't leak. But yeah, these things are so cool. I thought that I maybe wanted to talk about it. And if you guys don't know what this is, the links are down below. Click the link. It'll take you to their company. And yeah, they've got this and that beautiful water softener that we have in there also. So you can see I have a stainless hose that goes here, and then it just coils up here, and that's what connects. It's all quick disconnect, so when it's time for me to change this filter, it's not hard to do. And then look at that, I'm starting to get fingerprints and stuff on it though. But it is all stainless, it's all polished, looks like an old fire extinguisher. But yeah, this has been a great system so far. We're in the bedroom relaxing. This portion of the video is being created because of this beautiful mattress. Heidi's doing the bedding. She's actually washing the bedding, and I told her, I said, we need to go ahead and touch base on this mattress again. This one here is formerly known as the Arctic Dreams, but they have a new name now, and it is the Dream Foam Hybrid. Still got that dream thing going on there, and how appropriate. There's a bunch of stuff that you need to know about this. The mattress is put together, assembled, everything in Arizona. It's so USA. It's all USA. You don't have to worry about anything being imported. It's getting shipped for free to wherever you're at. Not only that, but here's the best part. And this is something that I want you guys to wrap your head around. We've had this now for 4 months. We love the mattress. We love it, love it, love it. We loved it the second day we got it. And we've been in 3 different mattresses in just this RV. The one that came with it, one that we tried out, and there's something. The company that we got the second one from, this company. And they said, no problem, we're going to get you the mattress that you want. We want you to be happy. You know why? Even though we've had this now for 4 months, they have a 3-month 3-month trial, 120 nights is what they refer to it as, to figure out if you like it or not. So again, 100% American made, 120 night trial, and ships for free. Discount code in the description. You guys really, I don't think you could go wrong with that. I mean, 120 nights. I still can't wrap my head around it, because we just got to our 4th month with this. And we love it. We have had no issues with it whatsoever. We love it from the second day we got it. So that's it. Let's go back to the video. And boom. And boom. Yay, silence. Well, not from this, though. It's moving day. Get the RV nice and cool. Listen to Heidi's got raspberries going on. She's doing the black tank flush. That's a funny noise though. I talked about it in a previous video. If we're going to be traveling in the summer, which it's summer, it's going to be 81 degrees today. We try to get the RV really nice and cool and dry inside before we start the travel. We only have a 2-hour trip, but I mean, it's going to warm up inside here. You could use, open up the vent, one of the vents up here, and pull air that way, but I'd probably just be pulling in exhaust from the truck, which I'd rather not do. I would assume that even a diesel, it would probably be even a little bit worse. That's a heavier, that's a heavier exhaust usually, but I don't know. I just never done that. I've never had a window open and run a vent or anything inside to keep the heat out. Instead, I try to seal this off as best as possible. So we're leaving East Harbor here and heading to Leisure Lake membership, which is in Leisure Lake RV Membership Resort or something like that. I always forget the name. We were there before. We're just going to be there about a week. This is an RPI spot. This is a place that we can stay at a discounted rate. I think with everything, taxes and all that, it might be $15 a day. I think maybe 10. I think it was 10, but you have to add 5 for something. I'm not sure, but anyways, it's reduced, and it's in a very good location for us. And between our daughter, our son-in-law, and our grandson at their house in Warren, Ohio, and then our son and her mom in Beloit. I hear you raspberry in there.
That sounds weird.
Yeah, it does sound weird.
It don't sound anything like that outside. So we're off.
We're leaving on a not jet plane. Don't know when we'll be back again. Yeah, I really don't know when we'll be back again. This isn't really, the only reason that we stopped here was because we went over to Indiana.
Yeah, because it would really be out of our way.
And those are not trips that we normally go, oh, I can't wait. There's nothing wrong with the States or to stay there. I mean, same with Ohio, but it's like, oh, hey, you know what we're going to do this year? We're going to go to Indiana. We did Indiana. But yeah, the state was fine, except their turnpike.
Roads.
Yeah, roads were a little rough there, just at the turnpike.
Yeah.
But people were nice, had a good time there. But anyways, that's how we got here. Matter of fact, the last time we stayed at East Harbor was because we were coming back from Wisconsin. So again, it's not a trip that we, this used to be a 2-hour getaway trip for us and the kids.
Yeah.
And
in a quarter of a mile,
that's when we had the home.
Turn left on State Route 269.
Thank you for letting me know that. I say that, but I'll be sitting here going, I wonder where I need to turn at whenever we get a little bit further into places. However, this one's pretty self-explanatory. We pulled into the rest area and we went into the RV parking, which is the permit parking. I thought it was just going to be regular RV parking, but it's that overnight camping thing that we've done. And it says no vehicles over 40 feet, and there had to be, you think both those motorhomes had to be over 40 feet.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, and then there was a trailer there somebody just dropped, which that's odd. And then there was a tractor trailer in there, which I don't know. So we're over.
He's like, I'll show you.
Yeah, I guarantee he was over 40 feet, and he wasn't an RV.
Really, I mean, come on, 40 feet.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the spots are very small, much smaller than the pull-throughs we were at. So we're gonna
like an afterthought.
We're gonna grab something to eat here and
head home down.
Kind of a trick as far as so far so good for us. Whenever you pull into a trucker's area, let me spin you around here. You don't want to pull all the way up to the edge, out there where they are. And you don't want to be, and I don't know if you can see it on the camera, you don't want to be all the way to the back. You want to let the truckers know that you're in here. So the last thing you want to do is pull all the way to the front, and then the truck drivers come through going, ooh, an empty spot, and they come flying in. This is at night, by the way. But they come flying in, and they darn near hit you, and it ticks them off. Nor do you want them to swing in for their parking space and clip the back of your trailer. Same with them pulling out. If you're back far enough, like we are here, we're back in the spot. That gives whoever may be over here that hasn't pulled in yet, when they pull out, they don't have to go as far forward before they start turning left. So I always kind of park in the middle here. And if you guys think that's a bad idea, let me know why. So far it's worked okay for us, but again, you can see how empty the parking is. There's not, this isn't at night and everybody's looking for parking spaces right now. This is the middle of the day and we're just looking to get some lunch. We're not gonna be here very long, but yeah, that's just one of those things. If you have to park in a parking spot, try to you know, stay out of their way as much as possible. So we're here. We're at the same place we were last time, so don't expect us to give you the complete update. We're at the something leisure something membership association campground RV park resort something.
We might give an update after we leave.
Yeah, it's Leisure Lake Membership Association. They're you know, people loading, you know, flying in. It's Friday, so there's a lot of people coming in.
Trying to get their weekend in.
Trying to get their weekend in. Yeah, I gotta go camping because then I gotta go to work all week just to support my camping in my house.
Fall's coming. They're gonna shut the water off.
Yeah. Speaking of which, water pressure's really good this time around. That's really nice. Electricity's the, you know, same. Again, the low down. Just go back and look at our last video. We talked about Leisure Lake. We did a drive-through here. We're only here for
just a week.
A week. We talked about maybe extending our stay, but you know, it's an RPI and RPI's got rules and they got rules, and I think they're getting ready to raise the rates. I don't know. I talked to one lady here and she says that they don't get anything by hosting an RPI member here, which that sounds crazy to me. More importantly, when we leave here, we're going up to Genesee and that stays free. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, we're off here. Heidi's burning some stuff on the stove.
Whatever.
So we're out checking out the place, and this is the first time that we actually came out to the boat area, which is the non-boat area. We didn't realize they don't allow paddle boats. They don't allow anything at this lake, but it is a nice lake. Look, it's underwater stuff. Oh. Yeah, she thought it was a fish. She thought a manatee was out there. Or a crocodile.
We're in the wrong states.
Yeah, we're in the wrong states. We're used to seeing those down south now, but yeah, this is their main lake, I guess. But there's nothing. No swimming, no rowboats, no kayaks, no rafts.
That looks
no
like
small
trouble
boats
over there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there. Let me show you.
I mean, like at night with kids walking.
I don't know what that is over there. It's in disrepair, but I don't know what it is. There's a lot of open doors and windows over there. But yeah, this place, the lake it's very peaceful here, except for the traffic that goes by. There's people down here fishing and enjoying themselves, but
I think they keep it up pretty good.
Yeah, the water looks nice. There's just a little bit down here, but it looks like it's just low water. We're hanging out in the RV, and I told Heidi, I said, well, let's go for a bike ride, trying to see what this thing is like a little bit more. The big Hemingway Cruiser, so far pretty decent. Seats very uncomfortable, just like all the bikes that we've had, except for that little Fido bike. That seat's comfortable and it has a spring-loaded thing, but we didn't ride it very long. This one here, having all the suspension on the rear, that helps out considerably.
Yeah.
But look for those reviews. Well, I already did a review on this one. Look for the review on this bike. It should be up by the time this video is. But yeah, we're just kind of enjoying ourselves, and I am almost 100% positive that no cars are allowed on this road that we're currently at, and there's a car that pulled down there. We're leaving this place. I'm kidding. Actually, we are leaving this place. The fact that it's the weekend, man, is it busy here. Now, they've had every volunteer under the sun come in. Again, this is a membership association, so everybody here has for the most part, has a part that they own on this park. So they volunteer to do stuff. So today, It is chainsaws, wood chipping, string trimming, mowing, and building. So you got a lot of stuff that you're messing around with, and I'm telling you that it's pretty noisy here. So one of the things that I want to talk about is the site itself. As we talked about in the video, that was last night or whatever, or whenever we got in here. These rocks are just killer on your ankles. That's the worst part about it. Other than that, it's usually very quiet here, but we're going to head out. We're going to go up to West Branch, the beach up at West Branch, that area, because I have to shoot some videos for some reviews. And it's just too noisy to do it. Almost caught Heidi smoking. It's behind her back, everybody. Look at this area of West Branch. And a lot of you have never seen this on any of my videos. And this is the first time that we were exposed to West Branch, was this area. Heidi used to take the kids here when they were real little to the beach. There's a big beach down there, lots of swimming. And if you look at, I don't know if you guys like when I say this or not, but if you go back and look at our video that we did a campground tour of West Branch quite some time ago, I stood on the other side and I showed the beach on this side. But there's tons and tons of parking, and believe it or not, when they have big hot lengths of days, in a row, this gets pretty darn full. And they usually have like a little food thing down there, but
Back in the early 2000s, the beach was packed.
yeah.
Like, you could hardly find a spot to put your stuff down.
Oh, and the biggest tip I can give you to make sure that you don't screw up, you better not bring any of those stupid water wings or floaties or whatever.
Coast Guard approved.
Yep, it's got to be Coast Guard approved
You can't bring a raft.
swimwear for the kids.
Yep.
No rafts, no stupid swans or none of that crap, because this is all controlled with that, and they do definitely enforce that. So like I said, we came up here because it was a little bit quieter than where we were, and it'll give us a chance to shoot some video for a review. But yeah, we always like this area. Again, West Branch has a lot to offer. I would assume that you could pull in your RV and park it out here for a day use. Yeah, why not?
But I wonder how many acres West Branch is. I
Oh,
don't remember.
it's huge. Well, they usually refer to the acreage, though, of the lake. So, of course, disc golf is down here, and all kinds of camping or picnics areas. So, yeah, just be aware that if you come to this area and you go to West Branch Campground, there's more than just the campground. Now, you can get to here from the campground on a bike, but it's best just to ride over, because you do have to go out on a busy road. So here's what an explosion looks like. And the explosion is a 3-year-old. Actually, it's not that bad. We had to move some stuff because they slept on the air mattress. We'll be doing a review on that at some point. I don't know when you guys will see it. Maybe you've already seen it. But yeah, this is I just had to pick up a cord that had fallen off of this camera here that was behind the couch, and apparently he decided that's where his popcorn should go. So that's going to have to all come out and get cleaned. And there is crumbs and smears everywhere. So if you guys are trying to keep the insects out of your RV, like we were down in Florida, we pretty much keep everything as clean as possible. But even with as much as we just keeping it clean, we got some ants in there. Well, if he was with us down there, we would definitely have ants. Probably something else too. But it's fun having them here. We've got a couple more days here, and then we're checking out and heading up to Tennessee. It's been rainy, so we've just been stuck here, and I've been catching up on work. I will have to say that whenever it's not a busy weekend during the week, once you get past about 6 o'clock, it's pretty darn quiet. Pretty peaceful. Except for all the noise that's going on inside our RV.
We're on our way, and we're heavy.
We're heavy. You know what? Maybe I should look for scales on the way. It'd be interesting to see. We're heavy. I'm just going to say that. We're definitely heavy because we've added... I hope you guys appreciate some of this stuff because we got some reviews of some bigger products that are heavier. I've got the bikes on the bike rack. We never did show that. You should go back and show them that.
Okay.
We'll do that at the next stop. But yeah, we have the bikes on the bike rack. We took the batteries out so they meet the weight limit of the rack. The rack, it says that it can do 200 pounds. Well, I know the one bike's like 80 pounds with the battery, and the other bike's got to be close to the same, maybe 70 pounds with the battery. So we took the batteries off, both of those, and we probably saved... Those batteries got to be 5 pounds a piece.
Oh, probably more than that.
You think? All right, so anyways, we've got the batteries off. Those are all strapped down, covered up. We'll see how they last back there. I can kind of see them in the camera. We'll be able to see if they fall off as we drive. See how
We have a little munchkin back there with us.
Yeah, we're getting ready to drop him off. So basically we're wasting time. We're not dropping him off until 5 o'clock. It's
5 or 6 hours.
And it's 11.
6 or 7 hours.
Yeah, it's like 11 right now. So there's really nothing for us to do, and we have to go a grand total of 15 miles. We're going to have to fire up the generator most likely when we get to where we're heading to, because we can't let the RV sit. Well, I don't know. Today's high is 82. I just hate to see all the food and everything in the cabinets and in the back get up to 80 degrees plus. We could run the fans inside and open some windows when we park the RV, but I think it's probably best to run the generator. But even then, we have a couple propane tanks. Somebody had asked me about that, or somebody commented on it, and I guess I'll address it real quick. The reason we're running propane is because it's just easier to transport. It doesn't stink. It's easier to refill.
Plus, we don't have our old setup.
Yeah, we don't have the old setup to where we can, keep the gas tank far away from anything that we care about. Before it was on the back of the RV in the box. I didn't care if there was gas fumes coming out of it or not. It was all protected. I didn't care. It was outside. We didn't want to put a gas can inside. And the reason that we're running the propane, even though it's less effective, is, like I said, we can go to a convenience store and just exchange the barbecue tank if we needed to. Now, it will also run for 12 hours on a propane tank. The gas tank on these older style generators like we have only lasts about 5 hours, I think, on gas. Well, it kind of tells you that if we have 2 propane tanks, we know we can go almost 24 hours on 2 propane tanks. And that is expensive. I mean, you could stay the night in a park for that. But it is Labor Day. That's where we're running into a problem. Today's the 31st. I don't know when you guys are watching this, but Labor Day is going to be basically starting for everybody today if they leave out of work early. Today's Thursday. Friday's going to be the first. Even though Labor Day is technically Monday, it's still. So the person said, I don't know why you'd bother with all that when you could just do solar. Well, you know how much we run our air conditioner to keep the RV cool. And yeah, we could do solar, but the amount of weight, space, and money and time that's invested in getting yourself to that level of having solar,
Yeah,
it's
the
too
cost,
much.
it would never pay for itself.
Not for us.
Yeah.
We're in the campgrounds 99% of the time. I mean, if we were boondocking more often, maybe, but I just don't see it. We talked about it initially, and here's the thing that I'd mentioned, and every RV since the beginning of time that was ever thought of or created has always been ready, generator ready. It had a plug of some kind, and you could plug it into a generator and you could power that RV. So your RV's already equipped for a generator. Solar's a whole nother story. You have to have things that work, inverters, and some of those inverters work with the electricity and the battery. If you want to run a small generator, and use the batteries too. You got battery banks, all that stuff. It's too much. It's just too much for 90% of the travelers out there. They would rather just pull off to the side of the road and turn on a generator. Now, with that said, we do have 2 190 watt solar panels and an inverter, a 1,000 watt inverter that does run some stuff in there, but it won't run the air, and we need to keep the RV cool inside today. So that's our battle. We're going to be in the sun in this parking lot that we're going to end up, and we want to keep our canned goods cool. So we're going to get going. Heidi's arm's getting tired. We'll talk to you later. So I wanted to give you a shot of the bikes on the back here, and I can see that I got to do a little bit of work for the tire of the one bike. Well, it don't really make a difference. It ain't gonna rain, but they are definitely secured back there. I go overboard. There are literally 4 ratchet straps on each bike. As long as the frame stays on, the rack stays on there, we're good. The only thing I don't care for is it does obscure the brake lights a little bit. Look at that. You know, you can get in a weird angle. Maybe next time I'll mount this bike a little different. But we are at Champion Hills Shopping Plaza. I don't know if we can see the sign here. Probably not. But there's a few things here. This is right off of Route 5. Or actually, I think it's 45. I think I took 5 to get to 45. But it's a good place to stop. The reason being is you've got Burger King. You got Big Lots. You got Cheap Tobacco. You got Save-A-Lot. You've got Ace Hardware, and you got Dollar General. You have Arby's. You have McDonald's. You have a truck wash. Think I should try to take the RV through there? That'd be fun. You have Supercuts, Pharmacy, Payless, and then there's some stuff over there too. Another spray wash. Actually, that's a tall one. I wonder if I can get the RV in there. So we're going to stay here for quite a few hours. I got this thing set up to where the sun is not beating down on it too badly, I guess. However, we did run the generator, turned on the air. I'll go ahead and show you that setup. It's rattling a little bit, but nonetheless, this is the exhaust setup I have for it. I just have it shoved down in the exhaust pipe. This piece of wood here makes sure that it doesn't fall down onto the bed of the truck anywhere. And as far as the heat that's being generated that's coming out of the engine exhaust, it's not too bad. It's a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be on this bed rug. So the good news is this thing's chained up in every direction possible. So they'd have to cut that cable in 2 different places, and it's doubled. The cable's doubled, so they'd have to do a lot of cutting. And of course, this is the air intake side, so it's in the shade. It's pulling in good, nice, clean air. Yeah, this is a safe way for us to pretty much boondock for a period of time. And like I said, we run the air on, you know, got the air running inside there. And that's the nice thing about having the Micro Air, and it's not the Easy Starts, the Micro Air thermostat. We installed that. Go back and check out that video. That'll allow me from my phone through Bluetooth to connect and turn on the air. And if I turn on my internet inside the RV, anywhere in the world. But yeah, as long as I'm within Bluetooth range, I can connect to both rooftop air conditioners, and I can turn on the furnace if I wanted. I can turn on the air, so I got the air on at this point. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out something for the exhaust there. That's the only weak link to this system, because it is noisy. It does move around, but it is doing a pretty good job of keeping the exhaust off of stuff that could melt. So we're gonna go, I think we're gonna go Burger King because it says kids area real big, and I'm sure he'll love to go do that. And we'll just hang out for the day.
How would you like to be woken up by this? Well, anyway, we made it to Tennessee, 1,000 Trails, last night. And we were gonna boondock in their parking lot. but they had a site for us, so we were a couple sites down. We moved to this site this morning, and at 8:30, this is what we got woken up to. Actually, I was already awake. Now they're just straightening out the drive. So I'll take you around. Our electric is perfect. Water's great. Internet, Michael's working on that right now. We do have we have both of our poles up. We got Starlink up, and then we got our Wi-Fi booster and our omnidirectional for the AT&T. So we'll see what keeps going in and out. I'm not sure that there's a problem, but we got a nice site. The park is full. Getting ready for Labor Day weekend. But yeah, this is what they're doing. They're grading the roads.